This is not California, although it might look like some parts of maybe the Sierras or something like that, but we are in British Columbia.
Do you have the passport thing?
For the first time in as long as I can even remember, we got some time to ourselves. So we decided to take a long weekend to go to Vancouver and the surrounding areas. Yesterday we got packed up and took an Uber to SFO, where we got on a plane headed for Vancouver. It was a pretty busy day of travel. So we got there, checked out the seawall for a second, got checked in and everything, and then went to dinner at the Acorn, which is a Michelin-starred restaurant, Michelin-starred vegan restaurant. Not many of those. Sorry, vegetarian/vegan. Our tasting menu was completely vegan. And then this morning, got up, breakfast, and then got on the Squamish connector shuttle to come here to Squamish, where we got on the Sea to Sky Gondola and are now doing this hike that I'm not sure how to pronounce. Als, Habrich, Habrich? I've heard it both ways. All right, we got a little creek crossing, so I'm gonna try to do this while filming, which, you know, may or may not end well. All right, we've made it to the ridge. This is, like I said, a pretty great trail. Going pretty slow in filming, but an hour nevertheless. We got really lucky with the weather. It was not supposed to be this clear. It was supposed to be cloudy and overcast all day. And to be fair, there are a whole lot of dark clouds now that I'm just saying this rolling in, but they're not here right now. That looks ominous. Holy cow. The trail is very much not crowded, but one thing to note is that there have been several motorcycles. It is incredibly impressive to see them ride up this ridiculously steep route and rock-laden path. But yeah, if you do the hike, watch out for them. I mean, you'll hear them, trust me. So we started, I want to say, here. We tried to connect to the Neverland Loop Trail, which takes you to a set of waterfalls, and I think we found the trail, but it was really a sketchy line and lots of snow. I mean, like feet of snow, and getting stranded in the snow in the Canadian backcountry was not on my list of things to do today, so we kind of pivoted a bit and are just doing the Als, Habrich loop. After a quick stop back at the lodge, we are on to hike number 2, which is the
Wonderland.
This one's pretty easy. Pretty manicured trail, it looks like. And I think just goes down to a lake and back. We've still got several hours until our shuttle goes back to Vancouver, so why not hike number 3? These last 2 are more like nature walks than hikes, but they're still fun. Good morning. Well, after we finished the hiking yesterday, we just kind of got on the Squamish connector and took the hour-ish ride back from Squamish to Vancouver. That's about it. I think the original plan was to get back and then go out, do something for dinner, and then come back and relax. But once we kind of got back to the hotel and sat down, it was pretty much over from there. What's on the docket for today? We're going to go for a run and explore Gastown and the things that are close to the hotel. But for now, just I'm going to need more of that. Look what I found. We're learning very quickly not to trust the forecast in Vancouver, but from what I have heard from my friends in the Pacific Northwest, that seems pretty accurate. Anyway, this is apparently what cloudy and maybe rainy looks like. Okay. Anyway, we're about to head out for lunch and maybe find a chocolatier, some more coffee. The architecture here is pretty fun. There's a whole lot of dense urban housing, which, yeah, it might sound obvious for a city, but my perception is that there's a whole lot more of it than you would see in a typical American city. Good morning. It's our last full day here in Vancouver, and it's a rainy one. So today's going to be a bit different from the other days. I think mostly doing indoor stuff. Yesterday, after the long run and then long walk, we were pretty tired, so we just got some Uber Eats and just kind of crashed. We're just wrapping up breakfast right now and then maybe do some gym and spa stuff, and we're trying to figure out what we're doing for the rest of the day. We haven't really done much relaxing since we got here. It's kind of been go, 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 but that's pretty typical for us. I don't really do relaxing well, or at all. It's been years, I think literally years, since Crystal and I have had any time to ourselves. We haven't had any kind of childcare. Soccer schedule's been crazy. So we wanted to make the most of the long weekend and get some time away. And you might be thinking, why Vancouver? And to that I would say, why not Vancouver? We haven't been here before. It kind of seems to fit our vibe. Water, mountains, and basically everywhere I go, I see people in hiking shoes. As much as I'm loving being here and spending time with Crystal, I really do miss the kids. And I'm looking forward to getting back home. I think today is going to continue to be a relaxing day. Not doing a whole lot, maybe going and finding a coffee shop. And then we're going to get back here and get everything packed up because we leave early tomorrow. We ended up heading back down into Gastown because there was a coffee place there we really wanted to check out called Revolver, and it did not disappoint. We got some lattes, and then we headed over to the public market on Granville Island. This place was super cool. It was this mix of vendors from farmers market style stuff, jewelry, candles, anything you can think of, and a chocolatier. We enjoyed the rainy, gloomy weather, and then made our way back to the hotel and got all packed up. And the next morning had some coffee and headed to the airport. All in all, we had an amazing trip. The food and coffee scene in Vancouver is outstanding, especially if you're a vegan. They've got vegan options everywhere, even outside of the places that are strictly vegan. If it's somewhere you've got the opportunity to go, I highly recommend it. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.